I'm Violet Harper, and this is my tale, raw, real, and packed with twists you won't see coming. It's called, Betrayed in the Shadows, a husband's ruthless revenge, and it's all about the life I thought I had, the love I believed in, and the betrayal that turned it all upside down. This is fictional, of course, but it feels like my soul poured onto the page. I'm narrating it like I'm sitting with you over coffee, spilling every messy detail. So, grab a snack, get cozy, and let's dive into my world. It all started about 8 years ago in Charleston, South Carolina, a place where the air smells like magnolias and the old houses hold secrets in their walls. I'm Violet, 35, an architect with a love for designing homes that feel like hugs. Growing up, my family was my rock. Dad was a carpenter, always teaching me how to measure twice and cut once, while Mom, a nurse, showed me how to care deep. "Family's your foundation, Vi," she'd say, pulling me into one of her warm hugs. I took that to heart, building my life around it. Then I met Alex Rivera in college at Clemson. He was this dreamy guy, always sketching buildings in the quad, with dark eyes and a smile that made my knees weak. "You're that artsy girl who keeps staring, huh?" he teased one day, catching me watching. I laughed, blushing, and he asked me out for coffee. That was it, love at first sip. Alex came from a steady family, but me? My parents split when I was a kid, and I bounced around a lot. With him, I found my anchor. "You're my home," I'd whisper during our late-night talks about our future. We dated 4 years before tying the knot on a beach at sunset, waves crashing, seagulls overhead, and vows that felt like forever. I promised to build our life together, brick by brick, through every high and low, I said, my voice shaking as I slid the ring on his finger. Our friends cheered, and I felt like I'd won the jackpot. A few years later, we had it all. My architecture firm was taking off, designing custom homes for the rich folks around Battery Street. Alex worked as a gallery curator downtown, his art sense turning heads. We bought this gorgeous Victorian house, creaky floors, a wraparound porch, and a garden where I grew roses. Then came the twins, Mia and Noah, now 5. Mia's my little firecracker, with my curls and a passion for painting chaos. Noah's the quiet one, like Alex, always building Lego towers to the sky. Mornings were my favorite chaos. I'd wake to the smell of Alex's blueberry pancakes, "Rise and shine, beautiful," he'd say, kissing me as the kids stormed in. "Mommy, look at my drawing." Mia would yell, waving a crayon mess. Noah would tug my sleeve, "Can we build a fort today?" I'd laugh, flipping pancakes, feeling like the luckiest mom alive. I handled the school runs, dropping them at kindergarten with hugs. "Be good, my loves," I'd say, watching them skip off. Afternoons were my design time, sketching blueprints in my home office, sunlight pouring through bay windows. Alex would come home with gallery tales. "This artist's work reminds me of us, Vi, raw and real." Nights were family bliss, board games, movie marathons with popcorn, or walks by the harbor, holding hands as the sun set. "This is everything," I'd murmur to Alex, leaning into him. He'd smile. Couldn't ask for more. Our crew added spice. Alex's buddy Carlos, an architect with terrible puns, would say at barbecues, "You two are couple goals." My friend Lena, a real estate agent, hosted girls' nights with margaritas. "Violet, you're lucky with Alex," she'd tease. Holidays were epic, Thanksgiving with turkey and football, Christmas with lights everywhere, the twins' eyes huge with Santa's gifts. He came, they'd scream, tearing into presents. The little things made it real. Alex left notes in my lunch, "Thinking of you, my love." I'd find them and grin like a kid. The twins had bedtime routines, me reading stories in silly voices, Alex singing lullabies. "Twinkle, twinkle, little star," his voice soft and sweet. Weekends were adventures, beach picnics where Mia collected shells and Noah built sandcastles. "This one's our house, Mommy," he'd say. I'd help, reinforcing the walls, laughing with them. Money was tight sometimes, The firm had slow months, and Alex's gallery gigs fluctuated, but we made it work. I took side jobs restoring old homes, while Alex sold his paintings online. Look, Vi, I sold that landscape. He'd dance around the kitchen. I'd sweep him up. You're a star. Our love stayed hot, quick kisses in the hall, date nights at cozy spots. To us, we'd toast with wine. But looking back, there were hints I missed. Alex's phone buzzing late, silenced fast. Just work, he'd mutter. His boys' trips with Carlos got more frequent. Lena needs a break, he'd say. I trusted him, why wouldn't I? He was my rock. One crisp fall day, it felt extra perfect. Leaves turning orange, us raking them for the kids to jump in. Cannonball. Noah yelled, diving. Alex laughed, snapping photos. That night, over dinner, I said, I love our life, Alex. Truly. He squeezed my hand. Me too. Forever. Little did I know, this was the calm before the storm. The foundation I'd built was cracking, and a betrayal was lurking, ready to shatter my world. But for now, I was Violet Rivera, the happiest wife and mom, blind to the shadows ahead. You know I'm Violet Harper, and I've been spilling my heart out about the perfect life I thought I had with my husband Alex and our twins, Mia and Noah, here in Charleston. Last time, I took you through the happy days, the love, the laughter, the family vibes. But brace yourselves, because this part's where it all comes crashing down. The betrayal discovery hit me like a ton of bricks, and I'm about to share every gut-wrenching second. Grab your tissues, hit that like button, and let's dive into the mess. It was a chilly December evening, just a week before Christmas, when the first crack appeared. The twins were tucked in bed after a night of decorating the tree, Mia with her lopsided star, Noah proudly hanging his handmade ornaments. Alex had been acting off lately, more late nights at the gallery, quick phone calls he'd step away for. Just dealing with a new exhibit, he'd say with that charming smile. I bought it, like always. That night, I was in the kitchen, sipping tea, when his phone buzzed on the counter. He was upstairs, supposedly wrapping gifts, so I glanced at it. A text from C popped up, can't wait for tonight, babe. Meet at the usual spot? My heart skipped. C wasn't Carlos, his contact was saved as Carlitos with a goofy emoji. I frowned, curiosity itching. Another buzz, tell Violet you're working late again. She'll believe anything. My stomach twisted. I shouldn't have, but I unlocked it. His passcode was our anniversary, October 15th 18. The messages opened, and my world tilted. Texts to C, Claire, some gallery assistant, stretched back months. She's so naive, it's cute, one read. Tonight's ours, hotel rooms booked. Photos followed, Alex and Claire kissing in a dimly lit bar, her hands on his chest, laughing like I didn't exist. I scrolled, tears blurring my vision, my tea forgotten. This wasn't a fling, it was a full-on affair. Plans to ditch the kids and her once he saved enough from a big gallery deal. We'll run off to Savannah, Claire texted. Violet's too busy with her blueprints to notice. I felt sick, my hands shaking as I heard Alex's footsteps. I shoved the phone back, wiping my face, but he walked in, sensing something. Vi, you okay? He asked, all innocent. I forced a smile. Yeah, just tired. But inside, I was screaming. The next day, I couldn't shake it. I dropped the twins at kindergarten, their "love you, mommy," echoing as I drove off, numb. At home, I replayed every lie. The boys' trips with Carlos that Carlos later denied. Haven't hung out with him in weeks, he said when I called, confused. The late nights, the excuses. I needed proof. That afternoon, while Alex was at the gallery, I snooped, something I'd never done. In his desk, I found a receipt for a necklace I never got, dated last Valentine's Day. A hotel keycard slipped out, stamped with Charleston Inn. My heart pounded. I called my best friend, Lena, a real estate agent with a sharp mind. Lena, I think Alex is cheating, I choked out. She gasped. What? Girl, we're figuring this out. Lena came over with coffee and a plan. We cloned his phone using a cheap app. Yeah, I know, shady, but I was desperate. The texts confirmed it. Claire was 28, ambitious, and had been with Alex since last summer. She's my future, he wrote. Violet's just the past. I sobbed into Lena's shoulder. How did I miss this? She hugged me. You trusted him, Vi. That's not your fault. But it stung, years of love, a family, all a lie. That night, Alex came home late, reeking of cologne I didn't buy him. Big meeting, he said, kissing my cheek. I nodded, bile rising. After he showered, I checked the cloned app. A new message, she's asleep. Be there in 20. I followed him. In my car, heart racing, I trailed him to the Charleston Inn, the same hotel. I parked, watching him slip inside, room 305. Tears streamed as I sat there, debating. Then I saw her, Claire, blonde and smug, meeting him at the door. They disappeared inside, and I lost it, punching the steering wheel. My husband, I whispered, broken. I drove home, numb, and waited. He strolled in at 2 a.m., pretending normalcy. Long night, he yawned. I snapped. Where were you, Alex? He froze. Work, Vi. What's with you? I held up the cloned phone, my voice shaking. Don't lie. I saw the texts, the hotel. Who's Claire? His face drained. Violet, it's not, I cut him off. Not what? Not an affair? I followed you tonight. He stammered, it's just, a mistake. I love you. But his eyes darted, Guilt City. I showed him the texts, the photos. You plan to leave me and the kids? For her? He sank onto the couch, head in hands. It started as stress relief. Claire, she understood me. But I didn't mean to hurt you. I laughed bitterly. Hurt me? You destroyed us. Mia's voice came from the stairs. Mommy, why are you yelling? I wiped my face. Go back to bed, sweetie, I called, my heart breaking. Alex reached for me, but I pulled away. Don't touch me. You're a stranger. The next day, I dug deeper. I hired a PI, Rick, on Lena's recommendation. Within days, he had a file, Claire Harper, gallery assistant, single, ambitious. Photos of them at hotels, dinners, a weekend in Savannah while I thought Alex was at a conference. The worst? A text from Claire to a friend, forwarded to Rick, he's divorcing her soon. I'm his new wife. My stomach churned. Divorcing me? After everything? I sat in my car outside the twins' school, sobbing, clutching a photo of us. How could you, Alex? I whispered. But as the tears dried, rage ignited. He thought he could betray me, lie to my face, and walk away. Oh, he was dead wrong. I confronted him that night, voice cold. I know about Savannah. About your plans with Claire. He paled. Vi, let's talk, I held up Rick's evidence. Talk? You're done talking. I'm done believing you. He begged, I'll end it. Therapy, anything. But I was steel. Too late. You chose this. Inside, I smiled, he had no clue what was coming. Y'all, can you believe this? My perfect husband, a cheat, planning to ditch me and the kids. The days after that confrontation blurred into a nightmare I couldn't wake from. I barely slept, replaying every text, every lie, like a bad movie on repeat. Mornings hit hardest, waking to Alex on the couch, because I'd kicked him out of our bed. Vi, can we talk? He'd plead, but I'd ignore him, focusing on the twins. Mia noticed first. "Why is Daddy sleeping downstairs, Mommy?" she asked over breakfast, her little eyes confused. My heart cracked. "Daddy's just working late, sweetie," I lied, forcing a smile that felt fake. Noah patted my hand. "Mommy's sad," he said in his toddler voice. I scooped him up, fighting tears. "Mommy's okay, buddy. Let's eat." But I wasn't okay. The turmoil crashed like waves, grief, anger, betrayal, all at once. I'd scroll through old photos, our wedding, the twins' birth, beach days where Alex built sandcastles and I laughed till it hurt. Was it all fake? I'd whisper, deleting one, then restoring it because erasing him meant erasing the good too. Lena came over daily, bringing coffee and hugs. "Cry it out, Vi," she said. "He's a dirtbag. You deserve better." I nodded, but inside, it twisted. I gave him everything, Lena. My career, our kids, my trust. And he throws it for Claire? Lena shook her head. "You're not the fool, he is." "Divorce?" I hesitated. "The twins adore him. But I can't stay with a liar." Nights were hell. Alex knocked on the door. "Vi, please. It's over with her." I'd open it a crack, eyes puffy. "Over? You planned a life with her." He'd sigh. "It was stupid. I love you." But I couldn't forget those messages. "Love? You called me naive." Mia cried from her room, "Mommy." I shut the door, guilt flooding me. The pain spilled everywhere. At the grocery store, I'd see happy couples and feel envy stab. That was us, I'd think, abandoning my cart to cry in the bathroom. Work tanked, my designs came out sharp, angry. A client emailed, "Violet, this blueprint feels off. You good?" I lied with excuses, but inside, I raged. Off? Try betrayed. Self-doubt hit next. I stared in the mirror, poking my post-twin body. Is this why? Because I'm not young like Claire? Old clothes didn't fit. He said I was beautiful, I whispered, tears falling. Lena dragged me to yoga. Screw him. This is for you. Sweating through poses, I felt a spark, strength building, mental and physical. I won't let him break me, I vowed. As weeks passed, grief shifted to fury. I journaled, venting, he thinks he can cheat and walk. No. He'll pay. Lena encouraged it. Turn hurt into power, Vi. We watched revenge flicks, Kill Bill, promising young woman, laughing through tears. Imagine that, Lena said during a scene. My eyes lit. Why not? That's when revenge planning kicked in. I wasn't rash, I was strategic, like my architecture work, drafting plans precisely. First, more evidence. I met Rick the PI again, using side gig savings. Dig deep, I said. Finances, emails, all. Rick nodded. He's careless, trails wide. Rick's fines floored me. Alex had a secret credit card, charging lingerie, trips, even a down payment on a Savannah condo. For Claire, Rick confirmed, showing photos of them touring it. My hands shook. He was really leaving. Worse, gallery embezzlement hints. Alex skimmed commissions to fund the affair. This could ruin him, Rick said. I tucked it away, ammo. Next, a lawyer, Sarah, a tough one Lena knew. In her office, I spilled everything. Divorce, but make him suffer. Sarah grinned. Alimony, custody, the house. Infidelity proof? We'll crush him. I leaned in. More? Expose him? Sarah warned, revenge bites back. But I was hooked. He humiliated me. Fair's fair. Home, I schemed secretly. Burner phone, anonymous email. Phase 1, Financial Hit. Tip the bank about fraud, his affair charges. Alex, the bank froze us. I'd say innocently after. He'd freak. Phase 2, Career Sabotage. Alex's big exhibit relied on a sponsor. I knew details from his laptop, copied files while he slept. Anonymous tip to his boss about embezzlement. Or alert Claire's HR on office romance policy. Emotional jabs too. Befriend Claire. Accidentally meet at the gallery, extract confessions. For the twins, no pawns, but let Alex feel the loss. Daddy, why aren't you home? Mia would ask. I'd practice, Daddy made mistakes, but loves you. Guilt him hard. Doubt crept in. Worth it? Forgive? Therapy helped process the pain, the counselor said. I journaled, revenge is justice. Refined phases, expose to friends, drain wallet, kill career, walk away empowered. By month's end, I was transformed, new haircut, yoga toned, fire in my eyes. Lena high-fived. Boss mode, Vi. I nodded. Watch out, Alex. It's on. With my plan locked and loaded, I started slow, building the tension like one of my architectural designs, layer by layer, until it all came crashing down. Alex was still crashing on the couch, begging for forgiveness every day. Vi, I ended it with Claire. Let's fix this, he'd say, eyes pleading. I'd nod, pretending to soften. Maybe, I'd reply, all sweet. But inside? I was a storm brewing. Phase 1, the financial gut punch. I'd already tipped the bank anonymously from a coffee shop burner phone about suspicious activity, those secret charges for hotels and jewelry. A few days later, it hit. Alex's phone rang non-stop. He stormed into the kitchen, face pale. Violet, our accounts are frozen. The bank says fraud, my gallery expenses are flagged. I feigned shock, my heart racing with secret glee. What? Did you buy something weird? He stammered, no, it's a mistake. I'll fix it. But I knew Rick's evidence had landed. By evening, his hidden card was cancelled, and he was begging for cash. Can you lend me for gas? He asked, embarrassed. I handed him a 20, eyes cold. Sure. Wouldn't want you stuck. Score 1 for me, he was scrambling, just like I'd felt emotionally. But money was his pride, so I twisted the knife. Using the copied files from his laptop, I saw he'd been dipping into gallery funds for the affair, fake invoices for supplies that paid for their getaways. Time for an anonymous email. From a library Wi-Fi, untraceable, y'all, I send it to his boss, check Alex Rivera's accounts. Attached proof. Blurred screenshots from Rick's report, enough to trigger an audit without pointing to me. The suspense built over a week. Alex came home tense, snapping at the twins. Daddy, why mad? Noah asked. Alex sighed. Work, buddy. I watched, biting back a smile. Twist 1 landed hard, his boss called him in. He returned early, tie loose, looking wrecked. They're auditing me, Vi. Someone tipped them off. I hugged Mia, innocent as pie. About what? He paced. Nothing serious, mix-ups. But it could cost my job. My pulse thrummed. Who do that? He muttered, rivals, maybe. Oh, the sweet irony. That night, I checked my burner, Rick confirmed, audits rolling. He's screwed. Phase 2, social takedown. Alex thrived on his charming image, so I shattered it subtly. I confided in close friends over casual coffees. Alex and I are struggling, I'd say tearfully to our mutual pals. He's seeing someone. Gossip spread like wildfire in Charleston. At a neighborhood holiday party, whispers trailed him. Heard about Alex? Carlos pulled him aside. Bro, an affair? Say it ain't so. Alex denied it. Lies. Violet's upset. But invites stopped, friends distanced. I overheard him on the phone, Carlos, believe me. It's not true. I smirked, it was, and now everyone knew. For extra shock, I accidentally left my journal open, pages with printed texts and photos. Noah found it. Mommy, what's this picture of Daddy with a lady? He asked. Alex walked in, freezing. Noah, give me that. But the damage was done. That night, Mia cried. Does Daddy love another mommy? Alex knelt, tears welling. No, princess. It's complicated. I stood in the doorway, arms crossed. Complicated? Explain to our kids why you broke us. He begged later, Vi, don't involve them. I whispered, you did. Now, the big twist, targeting Claire. I'd friend her on social media with a fake profile, posing as a fellow artist, admiring her posts. She engaged, chatting about work. I learned her routine, coffee at a spot near the gallery Thursdays. Time for a bump-in. Incognito, hat, sunglasses, I ran into her. Claire. From Rivera Gallery? She smiled. Yes. Do I know you? I played it cool. I'm a friend of Violet's, small world. Chat turned sharp. How's Alex? I asked. She shifted. Fine. I dropped it, you know he's married, right? With kids. She paled. It's over. He's leaving her. I laughed softly. Is he? He's home begging me back. I showed a staged family photo from last week. Claire's eyes widened. He lied to me too. I nodded. Men like him do. Careful. She stormed off, fuming. Twist 2, that night, via the cloned app, Claire texted Alex, liar. It's done. He panicked, calling her. I listened upstairs, satisfaction surging. But I wasn't stopping. Phase 3, career demolition. With the audit brewing, I escalated. Anonymous post on an art forum, whistleblower, embezzlement at Rivera Gallery? Vague details pointing to Alex. It blew up in their circle. Sponsors pulled out, his exhibit tanked. Can't risk it, one emailed, I overheard him reading. Alex came home defeated. The show's cancelled. Suspending me. I faked sympathy. What now? Inside? Fireworks, he'd feel the pinch, like I did. Suspense peaked as Alex unraveled. He drank more, late bars. I tracked via a phone app Rick installed. One night, he met Claire for closure, mistake. Rick tailed, snapping pics of their fight turning steamy. Got I murmured. Sent anonymously to his boss, office romance proof, policy breach. Boom. Next day, Alex was fired. He burst in, yelling. I'm out, Vi. Someone's sabotaging me. I stayed calm. Karma? He accused, you? Is it you? I denied. Me? Just a mom. But my eyes betrayed nothing. Twist 3 exploded. I had the Savannah condo evidence. Tip the realtor, fraud on that deposit. Deal collapsed, Claire furious. She confronted Alex at the gallery, Rick filmed. You ruined me, she screamed. Security hauled them out, the video leaked online via my anonymous account. Alex's rep cratered, no jobs, friends gone. Emotional layers amped it. I took the twins to therapy, explaining gently. Daddy hurt mommy. Drawings of sad family, I showed Alex. See what you did? He broke. I'll change, Vi. Too late. Ultimate shock, phase 4, public humiliation. I threw a surprise anniversary party, invited all, faking reconciliation. Alex, desperate, agreed. At the venue, toasts rang. Then I stood, mic in hand. 10 years with Alex, ups and downs. Pause, then projected, texts, photos, embezzlement proof, blurred for kids. Gasps. He cheated, stole, lied. Tonight, goodbye. Alex's face ashen. Vi, no. Chaos, arguments, tears. Claire, anonymously invited, fled. I walked out, twins in tow. One final twist, on the porch later, Alex begged. I revealed the recorded confession. Try custody fight, this goes viral. He slumped, beaten. My revenge? Layered, shocking, money, social, career, heart. Executed perfectly, each step suspenseful, each twist bigger. But was it enough? The aftermath would tell. Oh my gosh, y'all, that was intense. Did I go too far, or was it perfect? In the chaos after that anniversary party disaster, Charleston was buzzing like never before. I'd walked out of the venue with Mia and Noah's hands in mine, ignoring the shocked stares and whispers. Alex stood there, the projector still flashing his secrets, looking like a man who'd lost his empire, because he had. Friends scattered, some glaring at him, others awkwardly avoiding eye contact. How could you, Alex? Lena muttered as she passed. He chased me to the car, rain pouring down like the sky was weeping. Vi, please. You destroyed me. I turned, water mixing with my tears. No, Alex. You destroyed us. This is just consequences. The next morning, the reality sank in deep. Alex packed what little he had left and moved to a rundown motel, since the Savannah condo deal had blown up in his face. I'll fight for the kids, he threatened through the door, his voice desperate. I stayed calm, pulling out my phone to play the recorded confession from our big fight. Go ahead. This hits the courts, your old boss, the whole town. He backed off, signing temporary custody papers that Sarah, my lawyer, had ready. I got the house, primary custody, and whatever support he could scrape together, not much, with no job and mounting debts. You'll figure it out, I said sarcastically as he left, his shoulders slumped. For me, the aftermath was a roller coaster of feelings. Relief hit first, no more lies, no more faking smiles. But then came the grief, sharp and sneaky. I missed the man I married, I confessed to Lena over coffee. She nodded. That's okay, Vi. But look how far you've come. I dove into therapy for real, unpacking the red flags I'd ignored. I let love blind me, I told my counselor. Next time, I'll trust my instincts. The twins adjusted bit by bit. Mia asked tough questions, but I kept it simple. Daddy's living elsewhere now, but he loves you. Playdates and routines helped, building that stability they needed. Karma didn't waste time with Alex. Jobless and broke, he couch-surfed with Carlos until Carlos had enough. Fix your mess, man, he said, kicking him out. Applications went nowhere, his name was poison in the art world after the leaked video and audit fallout. Claire. She got fired too, for the office romance, and slunk back to her family up north, her dream life in tatters. I heard through the grapevine she blamed Alex completely. He dragged me down, she ranted to old colleagues. Alex tried dating apps, but the gossip followed, cheater alert, reviews killed his chances. He ended up in a tiny apartment, working odd jobs like waiting tables, staring at walls alone. I had it all, he'd mutter to himself. One day, he showed up at my door, looking older, sober. Violet, I'm truly sorry. I see what I lost now. I didn't slam the door, growth, right? But said, sorry doesn't rebuild trust. Work on yourself for Mia and Noah. He nodded, starting his own therapy. Karma's slow burn, but oh, it burned bright. As for me, closure came in waves. I revamped my architecture firm, landing bigger clients with designs that screamed empowerment, bold lines, open spaces. "This house feels like freedom," one client gushed. I sold our old Victorian, too many ghosts, and bought a sunny bungalow with a garden for the twins. "Our fresh start," I told Mia as she planted the first rose. "Dating?" "Not rushing, but Lena set me up with a kind teacher named Jordan." "No pressure," I said, but our first coffee sparked something real. "He's nothing like Alex," I texted Lena, smiling for the first time in months. The biggest lesson? Betrayal cuts deep, but revenge isn't always the cure, though for me, it was the push I needed to reclaim my power. I learned to spot the lies, I journaled. And to build my own foundation, not lean on someone else's. Friends rallied around me, the town whispering, "Good for her." Alex's downfall became a warning tale: don't cheat, or it'll come back tenfold. Years later, I look back with no regrets. The twins are thriving, co-parenting smoother, and Alex is a humbler dad. "Thanks for the lesson," he said at a school event. I smiled faintly. We all grow. My story? From betrayed wife to unbreakable woman. Shattered shadows to shining light. And that's my tale, y'all. From bliss to betrayal to boss status. What a ride. Was the revenge justified, or should I have walked away sooner? Comment below, like if it inspired you, subscribe for more dramatic stories, and share with someone who needs a boost. Thanks for listening.